You should realize the sacrifices I make for you. Because today it's another time to play another horrible game so you don't have to. And I always thought the very first entry in this museum was also the technically least advanced game to make it ever into the museum. But oh boy, was I wrong. Because in this video I will have a look at the unplayable hobby project called Mission Mouse. And Mission Mouse is a game from 1985, which makes it a very early game, and you might think I should take that into consideration. And trust me, I have. I have taken it into consideration, and the truth is, this garbage makes other 1985 games like Lands of Havoc look like the most advanced games ever. I mean, just read the back of the box and keep that text in mind when I start my tries at actually playing this. Because apparently Mission Mouse is a multi-level platform game with many screens of action and unbelievable high-resolution graphics not yet seen in any game. With smoothly animated sprites, depth and complexity, Mission Mouse presents an ideal introduction to games on the 520 ST. And I could not disagree more with that text, because none of this you will find in the game. I mean, except for, yes, there are platforms, but that's about it. And this game is actually so bad that I could not believe this was actually released commercially. Until one of the admins from the Atari ST Facebook group was kind enough to show me a photo of his box copy of the game still in its cellophane wrapping. And this box is even more interesting because this box has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the game. This just shows how they commercially released it with the least effort possible to just try to make a quick buck, knowing they did not have any quality to offer. And to be fair, I just should start the game now before I change my mind about torturing myself for your entertainment, because man, this is going to be absolutely awful. And this game actually runs in high resolution monochrome, so that's probably what I meant with high resolution graphics never seen in any game. And to be honest, I think the only reason they made it in monochrome is because he didn't know how to deal with bit planes in color modes yet, but that's just my opinion. And yeah, the game goes into sort of attract mode, cycling to some play screens and showing the immensely smooth sprite animation that the box was talking about, which, yeah, we know now that's just basically a lie. And this attract mode doesn't really motivate me to play the game anyways, but I'm going to anyway, because here we are, and we are with Mickey, and Mickey is a mouse catcher who, according to the manual, started looking a bit like a mouse. And Mickey's mission is to catch as many mice as possible, and the mice in this case are Atari ST mice, which in 1985 probably was very funny. And well, I just laughed at it. But I think you can hear I didn't really mean it. It's not, I don't know. But I could even forgive them for that if the game just didn't play this horrible. Because I have to get through this platform maze, and the only way to get through it is by not touching any of your enemies, because if you so much as touch an enemy, you immediately die. If you so much as touch a wall, you immediately die. If you so much as touch a ceiling above you, you also immediately die. Which just makes no sense at all. No. And I tried to get out of that trap, which you can only do by being absolutely pixel perfect with absolutely perfect timing, and I didn't succeed. And the worst thing is, I got hit by that enemy, immediately died. I was still holding down the fire button, he jumped into the ceiling, and I died again. So instead of having 5 lives left, I only have 4 lives left. And that's the thing that just completely sucks out any fun about this game. And just completely. It's just, there is no way to get the game. There is no sort of progressive difficulty to get to know the game. You are immediately punished for everything right from the start of this game. And it's even here. I can't even jump up there. So again, I touched the wall, lost another life. And if this game had some form of progressive difficulty, it has the potential to become quite addictive. But it's just immediately impossible to play, and being punished right from the start, just, I don't know, it's just really annoying. And I could forgive them if the game actually looked really good, or if it had really nice sound effects, but look at these graphics. I mean, really, while I'm going to have an attempt at, oh no, I was too late. I'm going to have an attempt to get to the second screen without bothering to get any of these other mice, because I have succeeded. No, not like this. I have succeeded, I don't know, once or twice, but you can see it's almost impossible. Your timing is so important because... Yeah, here we go. Here we are in screen number 3, and I think the game has a total of like 25 screens and like 900 mice. And again, I touched the wall, I gamed over. We didn't even see the game over screen. Because I was still holding down the joystick, it detected it. It doesn't wait for you to release anything after you die or game over. So I just went into a new game. And that's it. And that's just, it makes it unplayable, and it just, you just get really angry, and it's, why? I mean, and look at these graphics. I mean, really, these graphics look like it's someone's public domain project written in BASIC. But surprise, surprise, this was not written in BASIC, this was actually written in machine code. Which I found even more surprising. And again, I went up, I was still holding the joystick, he ran into the wall, that's it. I immediately died. And I also don't know from that point where I was how to get to my starting point in the first place. But these, I mean, this was written in machine code. And this is the best I could do. That just says a lot. It's, I can't believe how bad this game is. I mean honestly. And I can't go, the only way to go to get up from here is to jump down on those trampolines on the bottom. I mean, they are sort of trampolines or whatever they are, and then get further up and hope that I'm not caught up by enemies. But how am I going to time this with 4 of these enemies in here? It's just impossible. I mean, I think it is anyways. No, I touched them again, game over. That's just, but I mean, these graphics, these graphics look like all the screens are just text-based, and they built the screen by redefining the character set, which on a Commodore PET would be just absolutely fine. But this is a 16-bit generation computer. Surely you can do better than this, especially when you're programming in machine code. And if you can't, don't ask money for this. It's really, what were they thinking? It really, and the sound effects is, I can't even talk about the sound effects because there aren't any except for the standard ST ding, which is actually really surprising, to be honest. Oh, no, I was too late again. Which is really surprising because Paradox Software in the later games, which were not really good, I mean, they were not fantastic games in any way, but at least these games had, the chiptune sound effects in those games were actually quite nice. And in this one, it's just a default ST ding. And again, I apparently walked into some wall, which it's just constantly happening. You are constantly accidentally walking into walls and dying immediately because of it. And it's just so annoying. And here we are in another screen. Oh, no. I accidentally pressed up. He jumped against the ceiling. So when I'm on a trampoline, he can get through these ceilings, no problem. But if I jump and I just so much as touch him, I immediately die, which just makes no sense at all. It absolutely makes no sense at all. And apparently I can crawl. Can I crawl down here? What's he doing? Oh man. Well, here we are in screen. Oh, this is screen number 2. The other one I think was screen number 1, whatever. Nope. And it's just the default ST ding. Why? And apparently he just jumps that gap. I'm sorry, this screen, I don't think I ever made it to this screen, so I have no idea what I'm doing. And here, I mean, how am I supposed to get up there? I have to go somewhere through up and jump that ladder or whatever. Oh, no, I touched the wall again, the end. Why am I even trying to figure out this game? Why am I, this game is unplayable with this completely unforgiving deaths for touching anything. I mean, enemies okay, but walls and ceilings, what the hell were they thinking? And you have to be pixel perfect with perfect timing all the time. And in the meantime, there's nothing nice to look at. It's just absolutely awful. And this game is not even worth getting angry over. And I know I'm actually sounding quite angry. It's not even worth the energy, and I actually don't know how much I tried to sell this game for, but even if it was 99 cents, it would not be worth it, and it still deserves a place in this museum. And this screen saying "the end" is basically my thoughts in my head that were there as soon as I started up this game. There's probably some easy solution to every puzzle in every screen that I'm not seeing, but when starting up this game, I'm not bothered with trying to solve the game at all. I just want to die as quickly as possible, and ironically, that is the only thing that makes this game really stand out from all other games. This game offers the fastest possible game over you'll ever find. And I will show you. I'm starting a game, keep jumping in the ceiling, boom, I'm dead. That's it, game over. That was about a second. And I can do it again. Here we go. And even I get past the game over screen. And that's just because when you do something and you're still holding down the button or some direction of the joystick, it doesn't wait for you to release. And that's why you lose several lives in sequence. Here we go. Yeah, this is the only fun way to play the game. Just play as many games in the short possible time if you can. And that's just, it's time to stop wasting my time. It really is. That's all this game is. This game is just a huge, disappointing waste of time. If you are a collector and have a hard boxed copy of this game, kudos to you for having it, but be sensible, leave it in its original wrapper, never unpack it, never play this game, because this game, it's a waste of time for the player playing it, it's a waste of time for the developer creating this, and it's a waste of time for the marketeers trying to actually sell this. And I just hope you didn't feel your time was wasted while watching this video in what without doubt can only be described as painful disbelief. And with that wisdom, I would like to thank you for watching.